Chronically Blue. Hello all of my sleepy bears, my name's Chronically Blue. Welcome back to some more Sonic Adventure DX. Today we are not going to be tackling Sonic's A missions. I know you really want to see it. But today we're actually going to be starting the Chao missions. I know, pretty exciting, huh? So there's a lot of things we gotta do for the Chao. First off, we're going to be getting all three secret eggs for the Chao Garden, as well as unlocking the Chao Garden for everywhere, so we can just, show it all off. So we're gonna pick up this rock here. And we have this... Thank you, Sonic. Thank you. I don't care. Anyway, we're going to pick up this rock here. We're going to very carefully place it right here. And with that egg-shaped thing right there, we're going to take this little egg right here. It's going to wander on over. Now, you may be wondering where the Chao Garden is. Why have I been avoiding it? Well, there's a lot to do in the Chao Garden, so I want to save it for, the specific area when we could actually show it all off. Instead of doing a quick 5-second thing, okay, here it is, okay, now we're leaving. So when we enter this elevator here, this is what takes us to the Chao Garden. And we can put this down. We have another Chao egg right here. But yes, this is a golden Chao. This is just a regular Chao. We will be seeing them very soon, don't worry. And because okay, that's weird. From what I recall, you actually could not get to the different Chao Gardens until you actually entered them in their own worlds beforehand. But in every single Chao Garden, there is going to be a Chao egg that is going to be nearby. It's not a fancy one, it's just a regular Chao egg. And when we go around over here, we can go to the Mystic Ruins. So if you need to fast travel or something, that is the best way to do it. Aside from all that, there is, as I said previously, 2 other special Chao eggs that we are going to acquire. One of them is going to be right on over here. If we just push this in here, you can see that pushes the Chao egg out. Now, we cannot get it because we are underwater, but as it slowly floats to the shore, we are then able to pick it up, go up those steps, and then put it right down. Now, personally, I'm going to put all the Chao into the same garden, so that way I don't have to worry about losing track of which one is where and this, that, and the other. Oh no. Come on, Sonic. Sonic, it's an egg. You can pick up the egg. Thank you. Okay. And with that, we're going to go right up these steps right up here. And this is going to be a silver Chao. Now, you may be wondering, are there any elemental differences between the different colored Chao? I believe it is strictly cosmetic. That's the word I was looking for. Yeah, so it is strictly cosmetic. So no, there's not going to be any differences. They're not going to have some better stats to start off with over the other. They're all just going to be here so we can go and show them all off. Now there are 2 ways to hatch an egg. One, you can either pet it and let it take its time coming out of its shell, or you could also just throw it against a wall. We're going to be doing both of these and seeing which one is better. If you throw it against the wall, it is more likely to become disoriented and will not be too thrilled with you overall for the first part of it. But aside from that, everything else will be more or less fine. So yeah, that is the hot shelter. This is the regular area. And unfortunately, we are not strong enough in order to go ahead and open this up. So we're going to go ahead and quit, change characters, go over to Amy, because Amy is big enough. But Amy has the hammer. She has the strength to open the switch. There we go. That's a much more better term. But yes, this is also the second reason why I wanted to wait until specifically we got to the Chao Garden overall, so we could bring all 3 different kinds of Chao together, so we can just have them all there, because you do have to change characters a little bit. If you want, there is nothing stopping you from just going and getting everything right from the start there. Here we can see the silver egg, this Chao egg, that Chao egg, and then we can see the other one right there. Now, try as you might, you are unable to hammer jump here. I believe they have inhibited the ability to attack any of the Chao in this garden. However, in Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, you are more than capable of whacking a Chao. And in Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, they have significantly upgraded the the depthness of the Chao Garden overall. There's much more different Chao to evolve them to. There's a bunch of different things that you can do, and it's just they just took it like to a whole new level in Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, and then never again, unless you're counting the Sonic Adventure games, in which case I never really spent that much time on it to begin with, so I really wouldn't know. But from what I recall, Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, like it was a real time sink because you couldn't go and like bring animals back to the Chao Garden in the Game Boy Advance, so you just had to play minigames with them and give them food. So, you know, not a whole lot to do there, but it's fine. But you could always transport Chao from Sonic Adventure 1 and 2 over to the Game Boy. Anyway, in order to get to this secret room here, we're going to go ahead and spell Eggman here. And then M-A-N. There we go. Gonna go ahead and teleport. As you can see, she's just rocking the egg, trying to help it go to sleep. But yes, if you've noticed this little Chao thing and you're playing anything except for the GameCube original, you'll see that the screen looks a lot like a Game Boy Advance or a Game Boy Color, if you will. And this is just the Chao name machine. And Sonic Adventure DX on the GameCube, it is meant to be shaped like a Game Boy Advance. So you can use the Game Boy Advance plugin and you are able to transport the Chao. But what these are able to do here is strictly just naming them and saying goodbye to them. Like, that is quite literally all you can do. You can name them, send them away, and that's it. So, we have a bunch of different Chao here. This one is going to be Edgy the Hedgy, so we're just going to go ahead and yoink. Okay, well that didn't really work. We're going to try that again. Yoink. There we go. Hello, Edgy the Hedgy. I'm going to go ahead and pet you to make you forget all the stuff I just did to you. Okay, great, thank you. Now that we've gone ahead and done that, let's go ahead and take him to the Chao thing. We're going to name it. This one is going to be, of course, as you've already guessed, Edgy. And this one's going to be our basic Chao, just to see what all a basic Chao can do with nothing. Just absolutely no stats whatsoever. Then we got the Silver Boy, and then we have this one. And while we can't really do a whole lot here, we can pick it up and put it down, that's about it. If you really hate your Chao, you can put them in the water. If you level them up enough so that they can swim, then they will swim. Here's a hint. We can find out what Chao are: raising Chao, feeding Chao, how to get fruit, small animals, caring for Chao, breeding Chao, about the fruits, about time, about Chao, race part 1, 2, and 3, and that's about it. So let's find out about caring for Chao. Chao like to be petted and carried around. Chao do not like it when they are attacked by a spin attack or are punched. Chao like to be given fruits to eat. Thank you. Breeding Chao. When the flowers around a Chao start to bloom, it indicates that they can breed. If you can get 2 Chao together, the Chao may lay an egg. What about the fruits? Chao love fruits. There are various types of fruits, and they all affect Chao in different ways. Fruits build up Chao's stamina, which help them win the race. For some unknown reason, the Chao Garden has its own time, and it's only active when you are there. So even if you have many gardens, you don't need to worry about time when you're in a particular garden raising Chao. Anyway, there's a bunch of different things that we can do here, but first we're going to show off the black market. It has various items that we can buy with the rings. Here we have an aqua egg, Chao fruit, round fruit, cubicle fruit, an apple, a bucket, an empty can, a flower pot, a pan, a mushroom, and that is all of it. Now, okay, I don't know why some of the graphics are glitching out there, but we're just gonna ignore that. So with specific things like the apple, the bucket, the empty can, and the flower pot, if your Chao is smart enough, they can put it onto their heads. Anyway, so we're gonna buy some Chao fruit, thank you, some round fruit. Alright, you can also only carry one item at a time, and if you want to sell something, you have to carry it into the store. I know, it's dumb. Anyway, even so. So we have this Chao fruit here, and then we're going to be getting the 2 other fruits, and then we're going to be following a specifically handcrafted guide in order to help us accelerate the process of Chao in order to make it so that we are able to get this done as fast as possible and get all the emblems that we need in order to have all well, technically it would be 120 emblems, and then we have the other 10 for Sonic's missions. But yes, we're going to get all 3 fruit because specifically Chaos have different tastes and preferences, so it's great in order to get them all. Okay, again, I'm not sure why the graphics are glitching out, but we're just gonna ignore it. Alright, so with this Chao egg, we can just pick it up, put it down. Pick it up, put it down. Let's see if there's any... Okay, I thought that Chao was following me. Let's read here. What a Chao, raising Chao. Chao very easy to raise. The big eggs that you see are the Chao Gardens. The eggs hatch on their own, but you can also hatch them yourself. A Chao's personality will change depending on the way it was hatched, so try various ways of hatching a Chao. Chao love fruits. If they eat fruit, they will grow up to be healthy. Fruit grow on trees in the garden. You can shake the trees to get the fruit. And the fruit there are specifically just stamina. That's it. That's all the orange fruits are. They are just stamina. But what are Chao? Chao are tiny, cute, and mysterious creatures that are adored from people all over the world. Chao live in the Chao Garden. The Chao Garden is where you can raise and breed Chao. Now, as for the small animals, when we are going through trial stages or whatever, you might have noticed the gigantic green glowing circles around small animals. Well, after we collect a bunch of these animals, we can then come to a Chao Garden, and we can then empty the animals out of our pockets, and we can hand them to Chao, so they are able to absorb the power and nutrients from the animal. I know it's a little weird, but just go with me here, okay? Just roll with it. Anyway, it's only been 13 minutes, my goodness. Anyway, we can go ahead and do a Chao race. First off, there's just the beginner race, so we can go ahead and select Edgy with absolutely nothing to his name whatsoever. We can do the Pearl, Amethyst, Sapphire, and Ruby course. We're going to start with the Pearl course. And we can see that some of them actually have different physical attributes, like some of them have ears, some of them have tails or flippers, and that is what happens when they are absorbed by the power of the animals that we hand them. They can take some of the attributes there. Now, in Sonic Adventure 1, there is no stamina bar, or at least none that we can see. If you want, you can definitely slam the A button as much as you want in order to try to cheer the Chao on, but it will sometimes swap over to a different Chao, and if you are slamming the button to cheer your Chao on, it will give that other Chao a boost. So you really just kind of gotta wait, see what happens. So just make sure that you don't cheer on the wrong Chao, and wait until it goes back to your Chao before you give it a boost. But we can see here that just with no stats, our Chao came into 4th place out of 8th place. Not the worst thing ever, to be fair. So already we can tell that we're not up against some heavy detrimental competition here. But I just wanted to show you what it looks like when you do a race with a Chao that has no stats whatsoever. Anyway, with that being said, I'm going to go and I'm going to start mining some small animals and try to be very picky about the animals that we bring back because we have a bunch of stats that we want. Oh no, the Golden Child is somehow in here. Here, let's pick up the Golden Child. And yes, that will be his name, Golden Child. As well as, Chao do not have, how do I say this? They do not have separate bathrooms. That's a very nice way of saying it. There we go. Chao they use the same bathroom regardless of who they are or what they are born as. In fact, they are not even known as anything other than their names that we give them. So you don't have to worry about one Chao wearing short skirts and the other one wearing t-shirts. You don't have to worry about one being chair captain while the other one's on the bleachers. They can do whatever they want, they can wear whatever they want, they can be whatever they want, so you don't have to worry about giving a specific Chao a particular name that goes against how they are. Yes. And if you think, wow, Chronicle Blue, you said that in a very roundabout way, listen, there's a lot of stuff going on right now, and lots of things are happening, so I'm going to play my cards very carefully to make sure that there is no possible reason for anything to happen to me or myself or my channel within the next few years. Anyway, with that being said, you can save the Chao Garden just by exiting it, and there you go. That is all you need to do. But, as I said previously, I'm going to swap characters, go back into the adventure field, and start collecting some specific animals so we're able to get them looking good so we can get everything going. So I will see you all right now.
Better get going.
Okay, and we are back. I see the gold one is still not here yet. That's okay. But we can at least show off what they all look like. So if they are sparkling, that's how you know that they have not been absorbed yet. We're going to go ahead and give this one to that one. But before we do that, we're going to do... Yes. We're going to do the otter, the penguin, and the seal. Alright, so here's the otter. Where are you? There you are. So we can see how that looks. Then we have the penguin. Okay, and then finally we have the seal, wherever that one is. Is that one in the water? Nope, it's just close to being in the water. Okay, now it is in the water. Man, you're slippery. Yoink. Okay, and here we go. As you saw, that one actually took away the ability to fly. And unfortunately, that is also something that happens here. So, let me go ahead and give you the 411 on this, because I know you've been waiting for it. If you're playing on any version other than the Dreamcast version, this is the one that you're going to want to listen to. Is this one in here? No, it's just an egg. That's fine. Who needs eggs? Yoink. Okay, so there's going to be different colors. I know this is going to be a little boring, so we're going to go ahead and focus on the floating monitor and just keep track of how many times it floats as I go through this. So, we have different colors. Yellow is swim, purple is fly, green is for run, pink is for power, pink/red, and then blue is random. So, for the swim ones, it is going to be the otter, the penguin, the seal. For the fly, it is parrot, peacock, swallow. For the run, it is deer, kangaroo, rabbit, power, elephant, lion, gorilla, random, koala bear, mole, and skunk. Now, if you find a koala, mole, or skunk, they will only increase stuff, which is fantastic. But everything else is definitely going to make something at the very least decrease while making everything else increase. Why they did it this way, I don't really know, but that's fine. But if you give your Chao a deer, anything other than the Dreamcast, sometimes your Chao will draw a picture on the ground. Your Chao can draw a Chao or any character has a close bond with. A bond would be over 50. Thank you. There is specific animal locations and animal actions with each animal. Not only does it increase and decrease different things, but it also gives the Chao a learned behavior. This will happen specifically if you give the Chaos a bunch of different little stats. Or sorry, a bunch of the same animal multiple times. These would specifically be like, for an otter, they will do the backstroke when swimming. For the penguin, the Chao will slide on its belly. For a seal, the Chao will roll around. For a parrot, the Chao sings. For a peacock, the Chao lies down and poses. For a swallow, the Chao does a backward somersault. The deer, the Chao draws a picture on the ground. For the kangaroo, the Chao does a step dance. For the rabbit, the Chao hops about. For the elephant, the Chao does a sit-up. For a lion, the Chao breakdances. For a gorilla, the Chao beats on its chest. For a koala bear, allows hats to be worn. So we are definitely going to want that. For the mole, a Chao performs a forward roll. And for a skunk, it means that the Chao farts. That's a lot, I'll tell you that much. So, we're definitely going to want a koala bear, just so we're able to see where they all are. There are some koalas in Emerald Coast, Casinoopolis, Twinkle Park, Speed Highway, and that is all the ones where the koalas are. So, in order to make sure that your Chao can wear a hat before you go and buy it, you're definitely going to want to go and get a koala before that to happen. Oh! Hey! Our golden boy is alive! Where's our golden boy? There's our golden boy. Hello there, golden boy! Ooh, I knew it was worth it just to stay here and keep talking for a bit. Alright, this is going to be Goldie. Okay. Gee, that's the wrong one. That's okay. We can backspace that. Oh. Golden. And then, they also give us a bunch of symbols. My goodness. Anyway, so this is Golden Boy, because he's the Golden Boy. Anyway, If finding all these different animals just to watch things go up and down is very infuriating to you, don't worry, you are not alone. Because we have skill fruit here. When we give skill fruit to a Chao, we can watch them slowly eat it, and as they do, it will actually increase every single stat. So, you can do many different things. You can either just buy a bunch of skill fruit, or you can go around as you're playing the game. Sorry, there's still a little bit left. Here you go, thank you. Anyway, so you can either go and buy a bunch of fruit, or you can find a bunch of different animals and give it to them as they go. Oh, this one looks miserable, my goodness. You right there? Yeah, you're fine. Wow, you look so unhappy to be alive right now, my goodness. And what about the round fruit? Okay, he's full. Awesome. Love that. Glad I'm not like on a time crunch or anything. Alright, if we give the square fruit to the silver Chao, are all of you just not hungry right now? Like, is that what's going on here? Here, have this. As well as I said previously, Chao do have preferences as to specific ones. So, the fact that the golden child really likes the Chao fruit, that is always fantastic. As well as you can... Oh wow, that is a lot of eggs. Okay. So we have the brown egg, the blue egg, the gray egg, the light green egg, the shiny green egg. My goodness, that is 8,000 rings. The hero fruit, the dark trait fruit, the egg fertility fruit, the skill fruit, delicious triangle fruit, delicious cube fruit, and the bucket, empty can, pan, stump, watermelon, and mushroom. Can you tell where this gets expensive? Because I can tell you. So if you want the Chao to breed, you can give them an egg fertility fruit. If you want them to be a hero, you can give them a hero fruit. If you want them to be dark, you can give them dark fruit. We're just going to go ahead and get the Chao fruit. And don't forget that everything does cost money, because of course it does. How do you get the rings? You just go and, honestly, you just go to the Casinopolis level a bunch. Anyway. I'm gonna go ahead and give this one another Chao fruit just so that you can go ahead and eat it, because my goodness, you bother me with how you just don't want to be here. You can also pet them a little bit, but that will stop them from eating. Just put you down very carefully. Because Chao will know if you throw them, it would definitely upset them. They won't be too thrilled about that. But you can also just watch them eat and watch their stats grow. And when the stats do grow, that's always a good time. We can also pick up the different halves of their shells, and okay, you're doing pretty good there. Here you go, have some more. We can also pick up the different shells and sell them to the black market so we can get more rings, so we can buy more fruit. How you doing? Ooh, you are almost there. My goodness, such a growing child. Here, you got one more. Alright, so with this, we know that at least two Chao fruits, or two Chao fruits are going to increase everything by 1. Now, how high do we need to get everything in order to actually start winning races? I hope you're ready for this, because I know you're not. I know I am not. So, in order to win races, the Chaos have to have at least 300 or more. Cool. So, let's go ahead and see here. Let's boot up the calculator. Okay, so the highest one is 23, the lowest is 13. So 23 plus 13 equals 36 divided by 2 is 18. So what is 300 divided by 18? 16. 16 times 2 means we have to buy just about 34 hero fruits, or sorry, 34 skill fruits in order to get our golden boy all the way up to a high enough level so we can actually start winning races. Now, the races and the Chao race are also going to be a little unique for the first one, the one where we came in 4th place with a Chao that had no stats whatsoever. They're going to be pretty easy. Everything after that is going to be a lot more difficult, and just beating all the first cup races don't get you any emblems. It's everything after that. Isn't that fun? I think that's so much fun. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and pick this up here. We're going to go into the black market and sell this. As well as what I'm probably going to do is I might just start like telling some different Chao goodbye. But we can see that for this eggshell, it is 250 rings, which is fantastic. We do not need any of these different eggs. I promise you, we do not. If we want to make it a hero or a dark fruit, cool. Again, I'm mostly just focused on the Chao. And how much was it again? I forgot. I was supposed to count. Okay, so that's 200. Let's see. That times 200. Okay, let's do minus 2, 4, 600. Okay, so as long as we don't buy anything unnecessary, I will only have to get about like 100 or so more rings before everything's all done. But that being said, I'm just gonna go ahead and see you all next time, because it's gonna be a lot of buying fruit and then giving it to Golden Boy. So, thank you all so much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed. I'm going to be having a grind of a time, and I will see you all next time. Goodbye, my CP Bears. Don't worry, I won't do any of the races without you, I promise. Okay, bye!